The ab vacuum is an exercise that builds strength in the inner abdominal wall. These are the muscles that lie beneath the rectus abdominis and the external obliques. It's these muscles that support posture and control deep breathing, and if properly developed, can give your tummy a flatter, more defined appearance, and can relieve back pain as well. So let's get to it. Now the ab vacuum consists primarily of two basic movements, and the first movement I'll explain to you, and it's important that you master this first movement before moving on to the second one. The first movement is what I call navel to spine, and basically it just means that you're going to suck your belly button in so that it comes as close to your spine as you can possibly get it. Now this movement can be done pretty much in any position. You can do it lying on your back, you can do it standing up, you can do it riding in the car. This is an exercise that you can do anywhere, and that's one of the benefits of it. What I find works best for me in my regular workouts is just lying on my back on a mat with my feet flat on the floor. Secondly, when you're doing this movement, it's going to be a 12 count hold position. So you're going to hold this position for 12 counts. You can breathe shallowly during that 12 counts, but what I found works best for me is if I just hold my breath. And so you're going to suck your belly in as far as you can to your spine, and you're going to hold it for 12 counts. And once you've mastered that, then you can move on to the second movement, which I'll show you in just a moment. But let's first demonstrate the navel to spine. Okay, so here's how it's going to look. You want to lie flat on your back, feet flat on the floor. And you're going to, what I normally do is I'll take a couple of good breaths, and on the exhale of the second breath, exhale almost completely, and then you'll suck your belly in. So here's how I'll do. We'll do 2 breaths, and then I'm going to hold my breath while I do the navel to spine. So here we go. And that's how it looks. And if it helps, put your hand on your belly and just kind of feel your belly button move in toward your spine or toward the floor. And once you have mastered that move, you can then move on. But I would suggest maybe for the first several days or first several times that you try the ab vacuum, do only navel to spine. And once you've mastered that movement, then you can move on to the second one. And we'll talk about that here in a second. But basically the second movement is going to be flexing the abdominal muscles. So it's very important, again, to make sure that you master the navel to spine before moving on to the next movement. You won't get 100% of the results of doing them combined, but you will get the benefit, some benefit, from just doing navel to spine as part of the ab vacuum. So the second movement is what you're going to do next. And basically, once you're in the position where you're holding your 12 count with your navel to spine, the next movement is really just a flexing or contracting of the abdominal muscles. Now I've heard other people describe it as a flexing your Kegel muscles, or they say it feels like you're holding your urine flow. And to me, that's really not what you're trying to accomplish. You want to flex the abdominal muscles while you're in that navel to spine hold. And basically, it's something that you'll just have to develop a feel for, and it's the more difficult movement of the two movements. But once you've mastered the first one, you'll be able to feel it when you do it. So it's really not something I can demonstrate, but just concentrate on the feel of your abdominal muscles when you're in the navel to spine pose. Get your pose, get your 12 count hold, and then you're just going to flex like you're just getting ready for somebody, you're preparing for somebody to punch you in the gut. Basically, that's what you want to do. You're going to tighten those ab muscles while you're sucking in navel to spine. and that's all there is to it. It takes some practice. It's going to take you probably several weeks of practice, but I promise you that you will see results. I've brought my belt in at least a couple of notches since I've been doing this exercise. It's been for a few months now, and I've seen really great benefits with it. It really does increase the abdominal definition. It does relieve back pain. It does flatten out, especially the lower belly, right around your belt line. So, best of luck to you. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them either here or on my blog. And I wish you the best in health and happiness.